In 201 data presentation, we're going to discuss the little more advanced layout fundamentals, such as the horizontal and vertical splitters that are built into Logbook Pro's analyzer. Look at some of the data, the aircraft types, how we can actually drill down into this information to see on a N number or level basis, based on the current layout, our configuration totals and information available. And as discussed, we got all the capabilities here with the right mouse context menu. Typically, it's repeated information off of the toolbar and menu system. If you like a hands-off approach, then you can use the mouse to pretty much navigate anywhere within Logbook Pro, as well as handle the functionality within each area. These right mouse menus change based on the area you're working. So if you're in the Logbook area, or you're in the options area, or you're clicking on a field itself, if you right-click, you're going to see different functionality up here, as Logbook Pro knows where you're working and what you're clicking on and what the available functionality is per that very specific element. So you can really find out some of the power of Logbook Pro by using the right mouse context pop-up menus. As discussed in 101, when you see a plus sign to the left of an element, such as the light gray elements here, it means there's more information within. So if I was to press the plus sign, you're actually saying that I am branching down the information to see that by N number, I can now look at my totals. I have one flight in this particular aircraft. So you can see here that I am breaking down those Cessna 172 information by N number and then looking across the rows for that particular ident. But the yellow shaded rows are the total for the Cessna 172. Those remain. So we're essentially collapsing, showing a collapsed display. We can quickly expand or collapse the aircraft types, or in this particular situation, I'm going to show you how we can actually bring more information down a little later as we pivot data, but we can quickly expand or collapse by either using the right mouse button or the buttons on the toolbar provided for you. As far as data format, some job applications and forms that we have to fill out in the aviation community want to know a percentage of our time and related to the total time. Well, the analyzer provides that for you. You can either choose to show data as percents or quickly change to percentages right here on the toolbar by pressing the button that I have clicked right up there. So as we can see, as far as flights, almost 9% of my flights are in this aircraft type. 28.7% are in the Cessna 172. So we can look at different elements here, and I'll scroll over. Maybe you want to know how much instrument time you've had. Well, 100% of my instrument time is done in the Cessna 172 in this sample. Simulated instrument, etc. So you can see we can quickly toggle between percentages of time or the actual numeric values as the data exists within Logbook Pro. That concludes 201, just to show you the basic presentation. I'm sorry, I did want to show you the splitter, so let's take a look at that. The vertical scroll bar and the horizontal scroll bar, you see our normal window scroll bars, but on the right you can see a button or an element right here that can be clicked and dragged out to create splitters. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to click and drag this, and you can see now I've created a splitter. Maybe I want to keep my flights and hours visible, but I want to be able to scroll and look at the rest of the time. Well, I can create as many of these splitters as I want. Very unique capability right here on the fly. So we can actually do the same thing on the vertical. Again, just taking this small button right here above the scroll bar, click and dragging and bringing down different scrollable sections. So I can really present my data in a unique way to get in any information I might require. So now that concludes 201, the data presentation section of this Logbook Pro Analyzer series.